Hey friends, Jessica Juckstock here. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm really more nervous about this video than I have been about some past videos that I've done, just because this is a really personal topic. I'm going to just be like really candid with you guys about some things that I've experienced in the past year or so. So yeah, it kind of makes me a little bit nervous, but if you have ever felt like giving up, or well, especially like if you've been in business and you felt like you're not getting anywhere and you really want to do better with what you're doing, but you feel like you're not making any progress and wonder if you ought to give up, then you might want to stick around for the rest of this video. I think that I will talk about some things that could be helpful to you. So I know many of you know that about probably a year and a half ago I started an essential oils business, and I'd been using oils for a while and just really loved like the difference they were making in my life and my family's life. Well, at the time it was just Jordan and me and John David. And so I was like really excited to share my passion for natural wellness with people. I grew up in a pretty crunchy home, so I was exposed to that from a pretty young age. So I held a couple of like in-person events in our business. We do classes to educate people about essential oils and natural living and that sort of thing. And I got pretty good results at the start there. I've got, a really good team now that I work with, both people that are like above me in our structure and below me working with me, just a really fantastic team. But I wanted to take it further, of course. I wanted to grow more. But the problem was I was discovering that working like in that sort of home meeting structure was really not for me. Like, I love people, and like I will happily chat with you any day about like whatever issues you're going through. If you just like need someone to listen, if you need someone to bounce ideas off of, if like you want someone to give you ideas, I love that. But in like a face-to-face format, I just like I kind of freeze up sometimes. Like I don't know what to say. I don't, I get very like exhausted because I'm an introvert, so I feel like, okay, now I've got to go recharge. So that home meeting format really wasn't ideal for me. So I started looking around a little bit more, and I discovered there was like this whole world of growing your business on social media. And so I thought, okay, great, that's what I'll do. So I started doing a ton of research, followed various like people who were finding success in growing their businesses on social media, and I tried a lot of different things with pretty mediocre results. Like it just was not really working the way that I wanted it to. I was experiencing what, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the MBTI types or not, but like my type, I'm an INTP. If you're an INTP, I'd love for you to shout out, let me know you are. But there's something that INTPs experience called analysis paralysis. So like we're so concerned with doing things right that we just like we analyze all of the possible options and we try to figure out which one is the right one and which one is the best one and which one should we do, and then we're like paralyzed with inaction because we just like there are too many options, right? So I got really discouraged, and I started comparing myself to other people, like other people who I knew were having success with their businesses online. And so I started thinking thoughts like, oh, I'm not outgoing enough. I'm not like vivacious enough. I don't have a perky enough personality. I'm not, good enough at talking. Because like in person to person, like face to face, I feel like I'm really not. Like I just kind of clam up and I'm like, I don't know what to say, and then I think of the perfect thing to say later. But like if I'm talking to you face to face, it doesn't work so well. So that was an excuse that I made. An excuse was I'm not visually creative enough, so I can't create content that's engaging to people, that they're interested enough in seeing, and just like all these like negative thoughts in my head. But I didn't want to give up because I'm very stubborn, for one thing. And like I really didn't want to feel like a failure. And my dad is an entrepreneur, and like, I'm gonna get a little teary-eyed here. Like, I really, really look up to my dad, and like, I know that my dad is proud of me, and if you're watching this, Daddy, I know that you're proud of me, but there's just like this feeling inside of me, like, I want to be a success in business because my dad is a success, and I want him to be proud of me as a business person. And so that was like something, you know, hanging over me, like, I cannot fail at this, I really have to succeed at this. But like, it was just really stressing me out, and, you know, I was just like falling apart some nights because I couldn't figure out what I was doing, and I was like, you know, pouring my heart out to Jordan. And finally Jordan was like, listen, you need to take a break. And at this point I was like just about to have a baby, so like end of my second trimester, early third trimester. He's like, you need to take a break, just like, don't worry about this business stuff until like, you know, Josie's sleeping through the night or whatever, you know, after the baby is born, wait until things kind of die down. So like, I really didn't want to, because remember I said I'm stubborn, right? But okay, I will take a break. So I kind of put things on the back burner, and like, I was still thinking about stuff, but I wasn't like trying new things and doing tons of new research. It was just kind of like percolating in the back of my mind. And then after Josie was born, you know, I just kind of like let myself enjoy those newborn weeks, and didn't like worry about my business too much. I just kind of like let things stay where they were, and I think that was really good for me. Like, it really allowed me to reassess what I wanted and like what I was trying to do. And then just one day while I was on Facebook, like not really doing much of anything, I came across an ad for a webinar on building a wellness business. And of course, essential oils, wellness, network marketing. This was for a wellness business, for growing your network marketing wellness business. And so I watched the webinar, and it was like really awesome content, but there were two things that really stood out to me about this webinar that just like completely changed my mindset about the whole thing. So the first thing was that the guy giving this webinar said that just about anything that you do will work. Okay, now remember, I've got this whole analysis paralysis thing going on where I'm like, what's the right thing to do? What's the best thing to do? What should I be doing? But he said just about anything will work. What you need to have is consistency. So me like jumping from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing, trying to figure out like what was the right way for me to do this and what was going to be the most successful, that was actually undermining my efforts. So I needed to pick something, whether or not it was like the best thing, and just stick with it. And then the second thing that he said that was like, whoa, mind blowing, was, so what if it takes 5 years? If it takes 10 years? He said, if you have something better that'll work faster, fine, go do that. But if you don't, so what if it takes 5 years? Will quitting get you there any faster? Wow. Like, will quitting get me there any faster? Will jumping to something else get me there any faster? And honestly, I had to say no. So let me just pick something and stick with it and be consistent about it. And what I really, really, really loved about that is that if you've been in the business world for any amount of time, if you've seen like the advertisements from all of the marketing experts, the business experts, whatever, who want to help you, you know, make your business explode, whatever, for, you know, small fee of $10,000, whatever, they all make you feel like if you're not this huge overnight success, there's something wrong with you. Either there's something wrong with you or you're doing something wrong. And so I felt like, I'm not seeing these huge results. I must be doing it wrong. I must need to find something else. I must need to find like that other right thing that works just right for me. And the truth is that that isn't usually the way business works. It's often a very, you know, slow or longer process. And yeah, some people get overnight like amazing results. That happens, but there's not anything wrong with me just because that's not the way that it's happened for me. So that really gave me confidence to just like get out there and, you know, do what I needed to do to make this happen and be consistent about it. So this is like me giving you my commitment that I'm going to stick with this and I'm going to take this to the top. And if you would like to come along for the ride, I would be happy for you to reach out to me, and we can chat, see if we're a good fit to work together. If not, then I really hope that you found value from this and that it's an encouragement to you wherever you are, whether you're in business or whether you're in whatever other place in your life where you're wondering if you should quit or give up. The truth is that if you have something better, fine, go do that. But if you don't have anything better, why not? Yes, Jennifer, you are going to the top with me. You are an amazing girl, and I'm so happy to have you on my team. Let's do this. Yes. But yeah, if you have something better, do that. But if you don't, will quitting make you get there any faster? No matter where you are in life, will quitting get you there any faster? So I just want to leave you with those words of hopefully encouragement, inspiration, whatever. Feel free to reach out to me if you have questions or if you want to talk about working together. We can chat about that. And I will talk to you all later. I hope you all have a great day.